On a zoo trip in 1965, George and Charlotte Blonsky saw an elephant pacing around while giving birth. This inspired them to patent a new birthing table to make labour easier. How was it meant to work? One more time. On a zoo trip in 1965, George and Charlotte Blonsky saw an elephant pacing around while giving birth. This inspired them to patent a new birthing table to make labour easier. How was it meant to work?
All that's in my head is, have you ever seen one of those tables that you strap yourself down to and it like rocks back and forth? Like you get tipped upside down.
Oh, for like POTS diagnosis and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's like a medical thing. It is like a kind of medical table, like an exercise.
It fully is, yeah. And they use it to, if your blood pressure changes drastically, they use it to diagnose POTS and things like that, basically. So if you have blood pressure issues, oh gosh.
It stands for a thing and it's to do with the heart. Got it.
Yeah.
It's also for Batman training. It's great if you want to hang upside down.
It tips you upside down, though. I don't think that would be great for labour. Against gravity doesn't sound like the best idea.
Thank you, producer David. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
There we go. And people get it. So like if you stand up and you feel like a little bit faint, it's basically a worse version of that. Hence flipping you upside down on a table
Hence the flippy
instead.
table.
Yeah.
So they're not flipping the birthing women upside down.
No.
Well, but and
well,
no.
Actually, Caroline, you're wrong.
It sounds like I'm gonna pitch the craziest thing. What if? No. But actually though, and I could be completely wrong. When you think about the anatomy of an elephant, they're on all fours, so their stomach is facing downwards, right? And that is flipped versus a human laying on their back when they're giving birth, right?
I mean, you're still, not upside down though.
Right. Well, your front, I guess, is what's the front of an elephant, right? Is facing downwards.
That birthing position isn't necessarily the only way that humans can be positioned for giving birth. You can sort of it's a whole thing. Basically.
Oh, actually, really?
So the birthing position people typically associate with giving birth now on your back with your like legs open is something that happened later and is like part of a kind of not so great medical history associated with women giving birth.
Wow.
It's typically thought to be much better to, be like squatting. Or in water, for example. So
So is it something where they somehow are on all fours, maybe moving their arms to like an elephant walking, or is it just like a treadmill?
I think you get those machines, the kind of you pull them with your arms and your feet move at the same time.
Yeah, the walking machines.
Oh, cross trainer, yes.
A cross trainer on an elliptical. One of those for birthing.
If we all do the action, will you say yes?
I'm doing the movement right now for the listeners.
Yeah. Giving birth is generally not a dignified operation, but I feel like that's not adding much more dignity to it.
Okay, not that either then. Well, Tom Lum, we should go into some kind of business together and come up with some more birthing tables.
We could be the best snake oil salesman. I mean, sisters to birth in the world. Huh. Have any of these been? Are we on a track, Tom?
Hold on. You said they patented this. You didn't say it actually went into common use.
I did not. What a fabulous observation.
So it is the thing. It can be ridiculous.
Or did it go into common use as for another purpose, or was just never used?
No, this was never used.
Okay. Well, I didn't think like the elliptical trainer for birthing was an actual real thing, just to be clear.
I want y'all, this is 100% transparency. I literally forgot that Tom Scott was also answering this question with us because we spent the last few minutes, Tom just looking at me and Ella coming up with wild ideas and disbelief. And I assumed he was the one answering the question. No, just now.
I wasn't getting involved in that mess.
A few minutes ago, I asked Tom, I was like, did we get the question right? And then I realized you weren't the one
asking us the question. Not my question.
It was just your judgment and disbelief made me assume you were the one asking the question.
You were both busy making cross-trainer gestures with your hands. I'm going to leave them to it.
I cannot believe it was the disbelief was so strong. I assumed you were asking us the question. I'm so sorry.
Let's roll it back. Let's get back in. We can do this. I believe in us.
So this is a never widely used invention. They just saw an elephant giving birth and were like, humans should do that.
Not necessarily that humans should do that because it was inspired by the motion that the elephant was doing rather than the purpose of why the elephant was doing that thing.
Wait, what? So it's not, I thought this is to help women give birth. Yeah, it is, right? To help.
Oh, was it moonwalking?
Wait. The elephant was not giving birth here. The elephant was just pacing around.
The elephant was giving birth, was pacing
Okay.
around, and this inspired them to patent a new birthing table.
So it's the movement. It's the movement of the elephant that's inspired. Was it moving in moving in a particular way that isn't normal for an elephant?
I've heard of this.
I think I know. Yeah. Is centripetal force involved?
Yes. This has dredged something from Tom and my memories. We've seen this somewhere.
And I'm so shocked that it took this long to get to this point, because I this is such a commonly memed on thing, I think, that it's so great.
This is the centrifugal birthing table.
Yes, it is.
What? What in the
Ella,
world?
have you never heard of this?
No.
What? Wow.
This is a force assist.
So honestly, those spinning tables we were talking about earlier weren't that far off in
wasn't
terms
even
of,
that far off. Yeah, for sure.
The elephant was just pacing around in circles, I guess.
So elephants in the wild will walk in circles whilst birthing to sort of deter predators. Other elephants will join in this behavior. And that inspired the circular motion that they were doing, inspired the Blonskis to devise a spinning birthing table.
I just love that it wasn't even inspired by the thing they were trying to do. It's by what they thought it might be looking like. Like,
that's so great.
When you say, I must know when you say spinning birthing table, what that actually entails a woman having to do. Like sitting there and like rotating violently around, or
woman lying on her back, giving birth, being spun around, a literal net at the other end of in front of her, to then catch the baby as the centrifugal force helped the process of her giving birth.
That's a torture device.
That's give dystopia another few years and that'll be Wheel of Fortune. Just don't land on bankrupt, baby.
And yeah, you'll all be relieved to hear that although the patent was granted, it was never built or even tested in real life. It was purely
because a patent doesn't need to be good; it just needs to be new.
Can I just check something? The physics of this very quickly.
That's more than they did.
Undergoing centrifugal force, you're like being pushed back, right? Like you get pushed back against. Oh no, yeah. So, or you get pushed in a direction. So surely the baby is like, that's not...
You know when you're on a playground roundabout and you're going around quite fast, you're being pushed towards the outside of it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it really, this is the opposite of what you'd want in a birthing situation, is for the baby to be being pushed back.
No. You've got the woman sitting in the middle facing out.
The person giving birth is in the center.
No! There's a giant net around the
outside of the table.
God.
Yeah, It's insane.
Okay, I mean, it still doesn't work, but
no.
How
at least there is some messed up logic in it.
In comparison, Maya and Ella's ideas were tame.
Yeah, no, for sure. Compared to the centrifugal birthing table, absolutely.
Hey, let's just say we gotta go to the patent office, you and me, Ella.
Yeah.
The Lateral Producers Club is at lateralcast.com if you would like more lateral, fewer adverts, and to support the show.